Hello, Ivy. I really need to tape down the fucking vent. I was thinking of taking a walk, and then I got a okay order. It's like $10 for 7 miles. I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to get a job. I hate it. Ivy, listen to what I'm saying to you right now, and don't forget it as long as you live. If we stop talking for whatever reason, I want you to remember one thing I'm saying. You don't want a life where you work a job you hate. You don't want it. And if you work a job you hate, you should do your best to get paid for it and not do it forever. But I done fucked up in life because I did not commit to a career. And now I'm forced to work horrible jobs that I hate, make decent money, and I'm not looking forward to any of it. Anyway, I gotta jump out. I don't know if they want me filming in the restaurant. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna do this right now. Get this in a good position. Alright. Bullshit out of the way. Piece of crap tape. Alright. This should work. I had to put I'm recovering from all that water I just drank. Oh, I think it's still gonna wiggle around a bit, but whatever. Fuck, it's better than where it was. Alright. Oh, nice. I like mushrooms. I've never taken psychedelic mushrooms, but they're fascinating. Fuck my life. I thought I was gonna get into a. You know what you should listen to? There's a Joe Rogan podcast. I know it's typically not what young ladies your age listen to, but Joe Rogan's definitely a dude and talks about a lot of dude stuff. But there's an episode of the Joe Rogan podcast where he had a gentleman on by the name of Paul Stamets. Stamets, I don't know how to say it, but it's Stamets. And this man is a professional on mushrooms, all kinds of mushrooms he knows about. And it's really interesting to learn about the science behind mushrooms. And I don't know, it's like a 3-hour show, something like that. But I recommend it. It's Paul Stamets. And he's been on Joe Rogan a few times. Hang on a second. Glad you could be here with me. Getting a little bummed out driving around alone. It's been bad lately. Make money. It's extremely up and down. Some days are good and some days are just terrible. And you used to be able to make out how it was going to be on any given day. And you'd be wrong here and there, but these days it's just hard to predict anything. This delivery shit. Ah! Hauling ass! I'm hauling ass a little bit. I need to slow down. God damn it. I gotta find a way to keep this thing from moving so much. I was in my bedroom yesterday and I found a dash mount that I've had sitting on a shelf, and I'm like, oh, I need to put that in the car so I can have an extra mount for my dash. If my iPhone will fit in it. For an older phone. But that's cool that you have a mushroom hat. It's none of my business, and careful how you respond to this question because it might be illegal. But have you ever taken psychedelic mushrooms? I'm not gonna promote doing psychedelic mushrooms because I've never done them, and you're a kid, so I'm not gonna. It'd be a bad thing for me to promote you do such a thing, but when you're older, it's something to think about. I've never done them because it sounds scary. But I've heard that a lot of people with a lot of trauma, a lot of hardship in life, bad childhood, bad memories they can't recover from, I've heard they've really helped a lot of people. So that might be worth looking into if you're ever in a position in life when you're an adult, if there's a doctor and it's legal. I think it sucks because, like, here in Oregon, it used to be legal for a minute to do whatever the active ingredient is in mushrooms, and they were allowing it at the medical level, so doctors could use it. And I think it got criminalized again as so they legalized all the drugs, and then they switched back to the way it was before just very recently. It used to be all drugs were legal in Oregon for the most part, and then they switched back because the cops couldn't do shit about it, and there's just too many junkies around. But I don't think it's right to not. I think mushrooms should be used as medicine. At least doctors should be able to do it if they're trained in it. Because doctors give people all kinds of drugs. And I've heard a lot of good things about mushrooms. Just you really got to be careful. And I personally, and there are plenty of people that pick mushrooms and claim to know what they're doing, I would be very hesitant to pick mushrooms and cross my fingers. Even if I really felt confident in identifying mushrooms, I'd be scared there'd be some kind of doubt because you can get sick and die from eating a bad mushroom, or mushroom that's not a poisonous mushroom. That's why when people say, "Oh, weed's a plant," don't worry about it, it's harmless. I go, well, that's not a good argument, because you start picking plants and eating them, you're going to find one that kills you. If you're just doing it willy-nilly. I do not know why it's 45 miles per hour here on the highway. I also don't know why this retard in this Kia Soul pulled out in front of me when there's a mile of empty space behind me. He pulled in front of me and there wasn't a lot of room between me and the guy in front of me. He squeezed in the gap. That's another thing to think about when you start driving. If you got a bunch of space behind the driver in front of you, and you can get in there without causing an accident, do that. Don't jump in front of him and force yourself into a gap that you don't fit. People do this all the time, and I just don't get it. There's plenty of space elsewhere, and they gotta pick the most reckless maneuver. Yeah, I kind of wish I had a dash cam. Well, I kind of wish I had this phone on my dash. I have a dash cam, I just never use the thing. I don't know why I should. Maybe it's because it's one more port that I need. I need like three. I need like 3 ports to properly charge all my shit. I only got 2. I love mushrooms, the table kind. And even they say, and I don't know if it's a myth. Don't ask me if this is fact, but some people say that mushrooms are very good for your mental health. I don't mean like psychedelics. I mean just basic, common mushrooms. I actually have pills at home. It's like brain support. I get kind of scatterbrained. I got issues. And yeah, I take those mushroom pills sometimes. I'm not really sure what they're doing for me. I should take them more often though. I'm bad about pills. I buy pills and like that's fine. I'm barely reading what you're saying because I'm going down the road here. I'm in the woods. Here, look at this. Actually, here. So Oregon's a beautiful place. It's just livability is a big issue. Like you need to make a fuck ton of money to survive here, to own a home, to pay rent. But all the stuff that God did, that's okay. All the nature and everything. I don't believe that's true, but I just like to talk that way. Sometimes it's simpler just to describe things as a God thing, even if I don't believe it. But it is a beautiful day, which is why I was like, should I take a walk? I love Oregon. I just despise humanity. I hate people. People here are not friendly. We are not like the South where you got that hospitality. It's rare for people to hold a door. Go! Fuck, man. This guy's gotta stop, I gotta stop, and I'm rolling up to the stop sign, waiting for him to go so I can just roll through. Of course he just doesn't go. And the women here, like, people get mad when they hear me talk about women, but like, they're really, they really don't want to talk to you unless you're like everything they want. Like tall, rich, successful. Like I don't know. Girls here are not friendly, and a lot of them are honestly kind of full of themselves because it's just the culture around here. Let's see if these retards get out the street. God damn it. Well, now I'm getting orders. Now I'm in it for the day. I should have just stayed home till 1 o'clock. Oh. 540. BRB. Oh, because of my Mandalorian hoodie. You know, I've never seen the Mandalorian. I saw the pilot. That's all I saw. I need to get back to it. I never went to prom. I just didn't. I was terrible with. I was such a loner in high school. I didn't know how to be part of the crowd because I was such a weird, different kid and got picked on so much in the years leading up to high school that I went into high school with a chip on my shoulder. Never go to Catholic school, I'm telling you. Well, at least Catholic schools around here. Everyone I know that went to Catholic school hated it. I'll join the stick cult, sure. Molly's the president, though, of the stick cult. She is the queen, our holy queen, and the biggest appreciator of sticks. So I think she deserves the title. That's something you should draw. Is like draw Molly with like a crown on her head or something like that, and roses or whatever. Be like, oh, queen, the leader of the stick cult, the kingdom of chew toys. I don't know. Now we just seem like dog people. Kind of am. I think Molly's higher up the food chain than me, though. She's the reason. Oh shit! Oh boy. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. Thank you. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Get this, right? So I run orders for Chael Sonnen, and I think I got him again. See me, they kind of look at me like a clown, you know, like, oh, look at this guy, fun time guy. I think, you know, and like I've had kids kind of laugh when I walk by, and I always try to avoid talking to kids in public. Right? I usually try to avoid talking to kids, period, because just there's so many bad people out there that, you know, parents look at you like a stranger, and I don't have any business talking to kids. But point is, Chael Sonnen's not exactly a kid's entertainer. He's a man's man. Talks a lot of trash, but if you ever want to laugh, just look up the Chael Sonnen shit talking compilation. There's a bunch of them. Hilarious. Hilarious. I will do that when I find a moment. I am preoccupied, but I'm enthusiastic about it. I don't know if I'm gonna have a lot of time to foster this kind of silly shit like these fake clubs we're making, but it would be funny to get a start. It reminds me, there's this place here in Portland called the Lucky Labrador, and it is a bar. They got like dog plaques all over, and they got everything's like shiny hardwood. The place looks nice. That's what I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of Molly. Oh. I gotta hustle for Chael. Contact me this morning. He pocket dialed me on accident, and I was like, okay, you need anything? All right. He didn't say anything. That's fine. He's probably got to be extremely busy. I can tell you just by looking at him, he doesn't come across as a lazy guy. He's not a kid anymore. He's not an old man, but like, I don't know, he's got to be in his 40s, and he's still in excellent shape. He's huge. He's not exactly like Brock Lesnar kind of huge, but he's about as big as a guy that's got low body fat. He's got a lean body, but his arms are pretty huge. He's somewhere in the middle of being a slim, fit guy and being a jacked guy. It's easier to identify one or the other.